Well, I'm so excited. I finally found my tiny nuts. I was looking all over for these things. I needed to make a few special rounds. Also, was able to find my little tiny screws. As you can see, I've got my spare shot shell capsules, and I had a few special rounds I've been wanting to make, and some that I just kind of thought of out of my brain. Pretty amazing, okay? So, what I got here is some spent various types of shells. I need some primers because I thought, you know, if we're going to be shooting cool stuff, we always do, right? Go big or go home, right? Okay, now what I like to do here, this is my little spare powder charge holder thingamajigger. Now, every time I go out into the range, it seems like somebody's performed the greatest cardinal sin I think there is. There's someone that apparently doesn't know thou shalt not leave bullets on the ground. Perfectly good bullets too. Now here we have an El Federale round. That's called a healed bullet. So that bullet is the same thickness or same width, I guess, as your casing, or vice versa. The casing is the same width as the bullet. Now, the proper way to get a 22 bullet out of there is you grab your bullet extraction tool and you just ever so gently, without damaging the bullet, pull that out. And each one, sometimes you find in there flake powder, seems to be the most popular. This particular powder in this one was more like a ball powder, had been flattened a little bit. After you've gently removed that bullet so that no damage occurs to it, you'll notice at the base of this bullet, the heel is a little bit narrower than the actual width of the bullet. I think we need to set this thing on fire. So now I decided I better make some custom shot shells for my 38. The more astute among you will notice that I've got a plethora of items here. Dang, I thought my nuts would be small enough to fit into here, but apparently not. Gee whiz. Now that was what we call disappointing. Well, now that we determined I can't get my nuts into this, hopefully someone has some small nuts that I could fit into this. But until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these old primers, and it looks like I lost a couple anvils, put them in there as filler. So let's just load those in there. Give it a little tappy tap tap. Got a little walnut shell media right here, cleaning media. And here's the next trick. Now you got to get this super plastic cap, this base, to go in. You can't overfill that. Or you can overfill it. Apparently I have. But you can't overfill it if you want it to work properly. Perfect. We got our primer around. Oh, we get enough for another. Now let's move on a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Now, if you're in California, be careful, okay? This stuff will cause cancer. If you're in California, don't even touch this. Don't even look at birdshot. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. That's going to be good stuff right there. You want to be careful. You don't want to spill anything. All right, now a nice little Earl Grey tea round. Drop in a few pieces of salt. More chunks in there. Now that's nice. It's got like 4 drops of wax. It cools down before it can get down in there. I really thought this crap through before I was doing it, right? And when you're doing this, make sure you do it safely. I'm going to just suggest to you right now, don't do this. Don't do this at home, don't do this at work, don't do this ever. I'm what you call a professional. Here's the problem with wax that I'm learning. It has a mind of its own. There we go. Found myself a little roly-poly. Pill bug, potato bug, I'm not sure. Well, since we got this thing going on, let's throw in some salt. Now, if you are familiar with the boyfriend deterrent products that we've come up with, it'll be no surprise to you at all that if you're going to load rock salt, you don't just use any standard one. You've got to use Himalayan rock salt. I know that goes without saying. Once again, only an idiot would do this stuff. Please don't do this. 3 chunks of rock salt, Himalayan, of course. 22 bullet into there. A few pellets. I'm really liking this wax. You know what? I got this wax here. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. Okay? You don't need the wax, okay? Why am I doing it? Because I have it. I got a candle here burning. All right, we got the trifecta. We got birdshot. We got rock salt. We got wax, and we got a 22 bullet in there. You weren't very good at math at school. We'll do a Thunderbolt, and we'll do a Federal. I'm going to do one with wax, and then we're going to try one of these Thunderbolt, the Federales placed in there. We're just going to leave those ones loose. I think we do one of these, the lead one, Thunderbolt, just ever so with a little bit of. The only thing left to do is go light this powder off. Man, that never gets old. So I took some of this aluminum cable here. We're gonna see if we can make ourselves a little aluminum flechette round. Well, like a genius, I cut these all, or most of them, just a hair too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my own little aluminum birdshot. High velocity lead projectiles, and we'll put a little chaser. So these aluminum homemade birdshot are gonna hit second. It'll be like shooting the target twice with one shot. One of our targets today is this pristine piece of aluminum. Hey sheepdog, how you doing? Look at that. I get this in a box of donuts, 12 dozen, and the baker has the nerve to take a bite out of my raspberry, out of my cherry Danish. That SOB. So we have a fitting end for this. Now here we got our specialty 38 special rounds that have been custom loaded with all sorts of good stuff in them. Anyway, I got all sorts of crap that we're shooting out of this one today. It's going to be a great day for America. We got 3 of these aluminum wire ones. We're going to go test it out, see how she chooches. So that first one went a little bit closer. Those stayed together. It did a nice little penetration in that ballistic aluminum. And can't hit a dang thing. So these are shooting really, really low. I'm going to shoot 2 more of these ALF rounds. I've reconfigured the target. We're going to stand back a little bit further. I want to see what they're doing at a little bit bigger distance. I'm going to aim center. Nothing. Check it out. The one separated just like we want. Hit flat. The other one shot through, held together, and they went through like flechettes. That's pretty interesting. Here's the screw U round. They didn't like the press very much. Oh yeah. Look at that. The buckshot, or the birdshot I should say, penetrated most of them. Some of them had stopped. And then right there, you can actually see where that screw went through and left its threads in there. This one's gorgeous. Look at that screw keyhole, maximum amount of damage. Oh man, that is a sweet round. Now that'd be a good one for the boyfriend. Let's see what happened in here. Oh yeah, look at that. You got your screw there and the other little screw there. Oh man, today is a good day to be an American. I've got one special round that's just the birdshot, homemade birdshot out of aluminum. Let's go run that through the pistole. Oh, look at that, maximum penetration. It's kind of what I was thinking would happen. These things are just so light. They're jagged though. You can see the gnarly little scratches they do, but they're just so light. They don't have enough to give proper momentum. But it does leave kind of a gnarly little hole. This one here is a 22 bullet encased in wax. And then we'll do a 22 with a case and another 22 with a case. Just to empty shell and an empty 22 cartridge. Next one, we're gonna do a 22 with birdshot. So that's our wax 22 Sabo. I can't remember what that one was, but it did the exact same thing. Ooh, that was the shell in the 22. That was weak sauce. All right, you can see where the 22s are kind of keyholing. Who knows what else is going on? I probably should have brought more cardboard. But holy crap, this is fun. Now these are the primers. These are just a standard primer that's been already shot. Then I'm gonna do 2 salt and wax rounds. Now the first primer round, I'm gonna shoot at that center tomato. Oh yeah, maximum damage. Now the next one I'm going to shoot at that steel plate. I'm going to shoot the steel plate up by where it says Sky White. You've got just perfect primer indentations. It's perfect little primer indentations. That's not a bad round right there. Let's look at that tomato.
Dad, look.
I'm going to shoot that tomato up on the block. Maybe. Maybe not. That shot a little high and left. We'll try that one again. Well, that was disappointing. That's the base of the cup right there that you load them up in. So look at that with the wax and the salt. Okay, just a minute. With the salt, it's just embedded just in the skin, just enough. Oh, that hurt like the dickens. Maybe not the most precise bullet. Here's a roly-poly in the tip of this bullet with wax behind it, I believe. 22 with birdshot and salt second, and then we're gonna do birdshot with wax, and we're gonna do another birdshot with wax. Roly-poly round. Didn't even hit close to where I was aiming. That did some good damage right there. I'll shoot the 2 wax slugs, then I'm going to shoot the 222 bullets, and then we're going to shoot the shell with birdshot. Don't remember what this one is, but we'll aim for that top red dot again. Goes in one hole. The steel plate slowed it down enough. These aren't real high velocity loads. So anyway, we got our 222 bullets. They stuck close together. Made a nice little hole, but not quite enough to penetrate this. That was pretty obvious. It hit right in here and did whatever it needed to do. We got one more wax round. We're gonna shoot that at a tomato, see what happens. We've got the tea round. That is just Earl Grey tea at its finest. I got this round. I don't remember what this one is, but we're gonna test that out after the tea round. And then I've got 1 bird shot. I'm gonna try to shoot that tomato with this wax round, see if I can hit it. Looks like I did. I'm going to shoot the Earl Grey tea round at that donut that's been violated by the baker. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to shoot that upper left corner with this DT round. Let's finish that donut off with the bird shot. That DT I shot up in here. Don't really know what that was. Can't wait to go back and look and see what that is. Bird shot, we've got the base lodged in there. We've got definite penetration. blew out the cherry jelly. That's a good day.